Jordan Walker. We'll begin with an opening statement from Coach Harper, and then we'll take questions. Coach?
Yeah, this was a fun day. Obviously, we got to wear our Summit Blue jerseys. We were excited to get those on and the opportunity to show those off to our fans. We had a great crowd. We're really grateful for our fans and the support that they continue to give us. There was a lot of energy in the building today, and I'm excited about the win. You know, that's a tough win to get. That is a very physical team, and I thought the game was demanding, so I'm really proud of our team for coming out here with a win.
All right, we'll take questions for the players. We'll start with Cora and Maria.
This is for both of you guys, but obviously there was a very special former Lady Vol in the house. Candace Parker was courtside. You guys got the Summit Blue jersey on. Could you both just talk about kind of the energy around today, having someone like Candace here, getting to see her yesterday at practice, and what that kind of means to you guys?
I just think it's really important, and it's something special that we have, as LVFL. I think that it's awesome that they can come back, especially Candace Parker. We know she's busy with her schedule, but just to make time to come back and talk to us, I think that's an amazing thing, and it just says a lot about the program and who we are as people. And the energy today was amazing. Like Coach Harper said, you could really feel it on the court. So really a big shout out to our fans for coming out and bringing that energy.
I have to agree with everything JoJo said. She aced that question.
Maria?
Jordan, in the SEC, there's some games, I call them, this is a game for grown women. I mean, that game got rough. Just how did y'all withstand that second half and then come out of here with a win?
SEC games, I think they're all a battle, but obviously some are more, physical than others. But I just think that it just speaks to who our team is. Just staying composed, trying to keep our composure is something that, we work on every day. In those tough moments, just being able to, just be able to, come out on top says a lot about us.
Cora?
Tess, you guys hit the most three-pointers tonight out of any SEC game so far. 3 of them were right in a row out of halftime. Can you just describe that kind of run for you guys and the energy and how important that was for you guys to not only start the game how you did, but start the second half like that?
Yeah, in the locker room at halftime, we were talking about coming out strong in the third quarter. That's one of the things that we've kind of struggled on. So just hitting open threes and getting the energy, momentum coming our way. But, you also have to respect everyone. It goes to show that anyone and everyone on our team can step up and shoot them.
Jordan, I think that's back-to-back games with 8 assists. You could just start averaging 8 assists in SEC games. And just what's the difference here to get the numbers up that much in back-to-back games?
I guess I should have started doing that sooner, but no, I just went. But I mean, really just trying to get my teammates open, set them up to where they can score. I enjoy that, so and they knock down shots, so it makes it easy for me if I can just get it to them and they can knock it down.
Cora?
This is for either of you guys, but Georgia really made a big second half push. They were able to end up out-rebounding you guys by 1. Had more success forcing turnovers and scoring off them in the second half. What do you feel like led to that struggle, I guess, a little bit, and what can you guys do moving forward to, I guess, close game out stronger in those areas?
I felt like their press in the second half was a little bit more aggressive than in the first half. So that could contribute to it. It doesn't, make an excuse for our turnovers or anything like that. We can definitely be better in that area, and we will be better in that area. But I just think that we're able to weather that and come out on top. Just, it's good for us.
Any other questions for the players? Maria?
Tess, the way the SEC schedule lines up, you're going to play Florida again, obviously. You haven't played everybody in the SEC yet, but you get to see Florida for a second time. That was the opener down there. Just what have y'all learned from that game, you think, going into the second matchup with Florida? Because there's not much time between them.
I think we've learned a lot from each SEC opponent. Just every SEC opponent is so different in the way they play. But we also have to respect everyone, and we know that. So just looking at it like it's the next person up, and just hopefully coming out with a win on Thursday.
Cora?
Jordan, some of your assists today were to Rukia, who is averaging 22 points in SEC play. Doesn't really feel like it matters what kind of defense you guys see. She's going to put up at least 20. how valuable is that for you guys? You know you're going to get that out of her, and how she's kind of come along with that team.
Yeah, actually, on the bench, we have looked up and we were like, how does she manage to get 20 points every single game? You know, it's like so effortless for her. But I think it's just amazing to be able to have somebody who can come off and provide that spark, especially with scoring. You know, times where we may not be scored out on the court, that she can come in and score and help us. I think if she can continue this, and I know she will continue this through the SEC, it'll just be great for our team.
Thank you, too. We'll let you go back to the locker room.
Thank you.
Thank you. Continue with a question from Maria, Coach, followed by Cora.
Coach, obviously a lot to like in this game, primarily 6-0 in the SEC, but probably a lot that you want to look at to sort of clean up. I mean, that game did get very physical. Just how did you guys just sort of withstand their run there in the fourth quarter?
Well, you know, I thought we got a little passive at times in the second half in particular. You know, we weren't as aggressive as we needed to be. We didn't have the attack that we needed to be and lost a little bit of pace. But we were able to make a big bucket when we needed it. We were able to get a big stop when we needed it. You know, I think that's the bottom line today is that, you know, we were able to come out of here on top because that we knew going in it's going to be a physical game. Obviously, there are things that we have got to work on. We know, you know, we knew they were a team that turns their opponent over. We knew that. Still more than I wanted to see for the day. And then the offensive rebounding output for us was lower than we needed to see. So those are the two big areas that we've got to walk away and, you know, really look at ourselves and what we can do better.
Paige.
Oh, sorry. So you mentioned it earlier with the Summit Blue jerseys and obviously continuing Pat Summit's legacy. You obviously played for her. So just to get that win today, to continue that legacy, what did this moment mean for you and for the team? Well,
I love you know, first off, I love the jerseys. I love the color. I'm so proud that it's Summit Blue. But also it's a shout out also to Joan Cronin as well when she was the coach here and utilizing the blue in the jerseys. So I think it's something that the Lady Vol brand, the Lady Vols, the university has really embraced as a part of who we are. And it's just a really, really cool thing today to be able to put on that jersey.
Cora, then Maria.
I wanted to ask you about Candace Parker's appearance. First, was she the one modeling for the team in that video, the Summit Blue jerseys? And secondly, I guess, what does it mean to you that she continues to make time for this program, will come back, talk to the team, and be there for games?
Yeah, first off, we love Candace and love that she continues to be a part of this program. She's one of the greatest to do it ever, and she's ours. And we love her, and what I'm always reminded when she comes back is how much she loves this program. And you know, I know she was really close to Pat, and as so many of us were, but I know they had a really special relationship. But she also has that relationship with the program. Like, she loves the program. She loves the university. And I know she is busy, and I know she has a lot of things going on. So I understand the commitment that she just made to be here for the weekend. And obviously Chris in his jersey retirement. So I'm so proud of her, but so happy that she is part of our family. She was not the model. She was not here in time to be able to be that person for us.
Quick follow-up. What effect can you see that she has on your team when they get to spend time with her?
Well, there were a lot of photo ops in the locker room after the game, and she got to go in and see the team. She got to come and watch practice. I think it's just a reminder of who we are, and it's a reminder of the pursuit of excellence and the tradition and the expectations here, and it also reminds them who their family is. And that's a pretty cool family member.
Maria, Casey, and then Tyler.
Coach, y'all used to be, put on a clinic sometimes at the end of quarters and getting to the basket and scoring, and now it's just like a tractor stuck in the mud, these end of the quarter possessions. What's kind of going on there with it? It looks like people are just sort of standing around and the ball's getting turned over.
I'm not sure.
Not sure.
Casey.
Coach, looking at the offensive rebounds today, you guys only totaled 7, which I think is the least amount this season, if not one of the lowest. What do you guys need to do to be able to get that number back up and be more aggressive for the offensive boards?
Well, you know, we went in at halftime and had 6, and I thought 6 was low at halftime for us. And obviously to only come up with 1 in the second half, that wasn't good. And obviously it stunted a little bit of our offensive production, in particular in the fourth quarter, the quarter where we didn't make all the threes, right? So, you know, I think we just have to be mindful of effort, execution, and again, I thought we got a little passive. And sometimes when you get a little passive, you stand around a little bit more, you start watching a little bit more, and you know, we're best when we're active. That might answer Maria's question as well. We might be best when we're active.
Tyler, Cora, Paige, and then Chloe.
Coach, obviously in the SEC, if you don't start out strong quickly, it's going to be really hard to come back. That wasn't a problem for you guys today. Really quick start, really good start. You know, what do you think sort of led to that, and how big was that for you today?
Yeah, I thought we had great focus to start. I thought, you know, we were able to get good looks. I thought we handled the ball well early. You know, we had some offensive boards. I thought we had good ball movement and good pace. At the same time, we were getting stops at a really good clip on the other end. So, you know, things were working, but I loved our focus and our locked in. Just defensively, we saw some things, you know, players really knowing the scouting report, just some little details that I was proud of to start that game.
Cora.
Rakia Jackson, it just seems inevitable at this point. And you said before, it's like people are just waiting for her to come off the bench and get her 20 points. From your perspective, you know, and how you've been able to use her, how valuable is that for her to consistently produce at that level and also play great defense, attack the boards like she did today?
Yeah, well, she's been very consistent, and it's who she is. And obviously, we need that. We need her to be consistent. I think if I had one critique of her tonight, it was I would have liked her to have taken a couple more shots. You know, I thought just looking for a couple more opportunities maybe. But you know, she's so fun to watch, and you know, she does, like Joe said, she makes it look effortless at times. But I'm really proud of her and how she's playing and how consistent she's been, and that again, not just in games but also in practices.
Paige.
This team seems to kind of thrive off of the aggressiveness and these contested shots. You look at the paint or the perimeter, I think Rakia Jackson comes to mind with those contested shots. How important is that aggressiveness, especially when you look at how tight the race is at the top of the SEC?
Yeah, you know, I think by nature our team is aggressive. When we lose that, we kind of lose ourselves a little bit. And we have to continue to play that way. I think that helps with our ball movement. It helps with our paint touches. It helps on the boards. It helps us contest shots. It helps us defend quicker. Just that mentality is really important for this basketball team.
Chloe, Frank, and then Cora.
You mentioned the crowd really helping and really showing up for this game. And coming up, there's some pretty big games, like especially when College Game Day comes to town for UConn. Do you have any hopes or any messages for Lady Vol fans and students showing back up? Yeah, I think first off, I'm again so proud of our fans, and the crowd today was amazing. We walked out and was so excited to see so many people there. A lot of them had their blue on with anticipation of the jerseys. You know, we've got a lot of big games coming up. We got a home game on Thursday, and I think this is a team that our fans can really get behind and enjoy watching and pulling for. And you know, we have some dynamic players. We are not perfect, so we're going to keep it interesting. I'm sure that seems to be what we do. So you know, hope our fans enjoy it and have fun. And
I know there's a lot of entertaining things going on around the game as well. So it's just a fun atmosphere, fun thing to be a part of here in Knoxville.
Frank?
Coach, 20 games in now, it seems like this team is starting to find the identity and have success behind that. How would you describe the identity of this team or what it's become?
Yeah, I think we obviously have a couple of superstars with Rakia and Jordan, but I think our identity is actually our balance, to be honest with you. We have go-to players, but we have other members on this team that can step up and make plays, whether that's scoring, assisting, rebounding, defending. We have a lot of players that are producing, and I think that is who we are. I think aggressive is who we are. We were trending in the right direction on the rebounding. We were a team to be contended with on the boards. Our pace helps us. I think we know who we are, and to be the best us, we have to continue to do those things.
Cora?
You're coming off of playing two really tough defensive teams, and I thought there was a massive difference offensively today from Thursday, even though turnovers may hinder in a number of possessions, but I thought when you guys got good possessions, there was patience, there was ball movement, they were waiting for the right shot. How important is that to build off of, knowing you played one of the toughest teams defensively, that you had that patience, got the good shots?
Yeah, going in, I knew it was going to be tough. I knew it was going to be hard. We put in a few wrinkles just to give our players some different looks. I thought our team had a pretty good couple days of prep in terms of getting ready for this game. Because it's very unique. We've seen other zones, but this zone is a little bit unique in its style, and so we were trying to have a quick turnaround and get our players ready. We didn't get to practice much on Friday, actually hardly any, because of a late night, but I thought Saturday's prep was really good, and I think that carried over for us offensively, minus the turnovers.
Casey, then Maria.
With being undefeated in the SEC, how are you keeping that momentum up, and how do you guys continue to preach that in practice in every game of keeping that momentum going?
Yeah, we haven't talked a lot of big picture recently. We're just talking about who we are today and what we need to do today and being our best today. And every day's a new day. I think we've got a lot of motivation. I think if we can always find that. We got some things, I think, behind us that will really push us. But, if you're every single day worried about the moment, I think that allows you to stay composed. It allows you to be a little bit more consistent and not ride the wave of ups and downs of a basketball season. So, today we're going to enjoy it. And then when we get back out to practice, let's figure out a way to be better.
Maria, then Frank.
Jillian finished up, I guess I called it the reunion tour this week. She played her old coach and now played her old team. I know her numbers, you just look at the box score, you can't really get a read on her, but she's getting incrementally better. Just what is her progression right now, and where do you see her going this season?
Yeah, I'm really excited about her. Today was a little tougher for our post players to have opportunities. They just limit your post touches tremendously and post opportunities. So it's going to be hard for them to get a lot of good looks. But I tell you, Jillian's doing a really good job of coming into practice every day, working to get better, and we're seeing it. She can score. She's got skills. I think her defense has improved in the last few weeks, so excited about that. And then she's rebounding well. I don't know how she did today, but had a couple rebounds today. So she's coming off one. I think she had 8 in the last game, 8 or 9 rebounds in the last game. So I'm just proud of her. I think she gives us a different look. And again, plays well with her teammates.
Frank.
What does the We Back Pat game mean to this program?
Well, that's a big question. It's so the game in itself is an initiative, to keep Pat's fight alive and to raise money, raise awareness for Alzheimer's, and to support her foundation. That's the answer, right? But I think for the program, it's just one more opportunity for us to celebrate our coach and to, you know, just to be reminded of who she was and what she stood for. And you know, I think it's hard for former players. I think it's hard for fans to start thinking of how long we've been missing her. And this is just one more way to keep that spirit alive.
Cora.
It feels like people have really settled into their roles. You've got Rakia, you've got, you know, Walker getting all these assists, Orson stuffs the stat sheet, Holling showing the boards, Tess, you know, consistently hitting threes. How important has that been for your guys' success in SEC play to have people settle into those roles and really embrace them right now?
Yeah, I think no doubt that's a big part of our success here in the conference play. I think kind of getting our players comfortable with what they needed to be doing, and I think they're all proud of where their production is and where it can continue to be, and I think they all feel comfortable with that as well. You know, we're continuing to try to put each and every player that steps out on the court in position to be successful. We want them doing things that they're good at, you know, so they can find success. And you know, I think they're also kind of embracing who they are and what their roles are for this team, and not just embracing their roles, they're embracing their teammates' roles. You know, they know to get the ball to Rakia. They understand where she needs the ball, and they understand what Jordan Walker's doing for us right now. I mean, she is tough as nails right now, and handling the ball, taking charges, guarding the best perimeter player. I mean, she's doing rebounding. She's doing a lot for us right now.
Thank you, Coach.
All right. Thank you, guys. We'll see you on Thursday.